So I'm Toni Osibodu, and I'm one of the founders of Save and Buy. Hugo Obi, my fellow co-founder, is also here with me today. We're really excited to tell you about Save and Buy and the opportunity it represents. But first, we'd like to introduce you to someone very special. This is Maliyo. Maliyo is a recent graduate, and he's just landed his dream job. He'd like to buy a tablet to really impress his colleagues and take notes, so he goes out and looks for one. It's super expensive given his graduate income, so naturally he's going to have to save up for it. Now, the problem is things keep going wrong. Lagos life is stressful. You know, things keep getting in the way and he can't seem to reach his target, and that's where Save and Buy comes in. You see, Save and Buy provides a targeted savings solution. We're kind of like a layaway product for online retailers, if you know what that is. If you don't, this is how it works. First, Maliyo finds the product he wants online. Second, he saves up for it using his own personalized savings plan. Third, he completes that savings plan and purchases the product. And finally, it's delivered right to his doorstep. The cool thing about our platform is that he can also invite his grandma or his best friend to contribute to his savings plan. And if he wants to save up for anything else that's not on our shop, like a wedding or a holiday, he can do that too. At Save and Buy, we have a vision to empower Africans with the financial discipline necessary to launch the next wave of African consumerism and catapult e-commerce growth across the continent. And this is the team that's going to do it. Hugo, my co-founder, is a bit of a serial entrepreneur. His last venture was Maliyo Games, a Nigerian gaming company. He's really just a big kid who likes to play with cartoons. Myself, I'm a second-year MBA at the Wharton School. I also have a background in investment banking, and people tend not to mess with me because I was the captain of my women's rugby team. There are 4 other people who have helped us get to where we are today. 3 of them are based in Nigeria, and the last of whom is based in South Africa, and they're all full-time. I can tell you much more about what we've all done, but I'd rather tell you about what we've done for Save and Buy. We're most proud of receiving an innovation grant from Microsoft as part of their For Africa initiative. We're also really pleased to announce that Congo and Jumia are 2 of our merchant partners. They're 2 of the most successful and well-known e-commerce players in Nigeria. Lastly, Stanbic IBTC Bank, part of the Standard Bank Group, are our banking partner. They provide the financial license to handle people's funds and a trust element so that people know that they're going to be handled properly. We've achieved this all in a relatively short space of time. Now, I mentioned Maliyo before. Maliyo could be your brother, your son, your cousin. Try and imagine him in your head. I didn't mention to you before, he's actually real. He's our first customer. That tablet he saved up for, he finished paying for it in 2 months, relatively quickly. And he received a 10% discount on that item. He also emailed us last week to say that he started saving for his second product. We got an email from him right here, actually. And at the end of it, he says, we asked him, why do you like the platform so much? He said, it's really flexible for him to top up his savings at any time, and it's a means of committing excess cash at any point. So this is a way for him to structure his savings and discipline himself. There are lots of Maliyos all over Nigeria. Low income, seeking high-cost items. It's really difficult to get a loan. And when people do save up, there's like a disconnect between the savings, the products, and the merchants. With our platform, people are able to get their hands on products which they couldn't necessarily afford, and merchants are able to capture like an abandoned basket. Other people see the potential in this. Lots of banks have targeted savings products, and some e-commerce players are trying to think of how to capture this new market. Internet retailing is forecasted to be $34 million this year. Relatively small compared to the rest of retailing in Nigeria, but it's growing fast. How do we make money? It's very simple. Every time someone finishes saving up for a product, we receive an affiliate fee from the merchant as a percentage of the cost of that item. The only cost associated with this are the transaction costs. That's the cost of moving money around. Otherwise, the rest of our costs are fixed overheads. If we were to win today, we would use the money to help us reach our next milestone, which is national rollout in April. Between now and then, we're developing the second version of our product, as right now we have a basic MVP.
Thank you.